Okay, everyone, in this video, I'd like to give you a quick little overview of how this style of tote sheet works. I'm referring to this as the worksheet to scores tote sheet, meaning that we do most of our work over here on the worksheet, and it takes all of the results from our worksheet and moves those over here to our little tote sheet on the right-hand side, where you will see all the scores. So from the website, once you find the spreadsheet that you'd like to use, if it's this style of one, just click it. It's then going to ask you if you'd like to make a copy. You will, of course, accept. And once you do, it'll make a copy of the spreadsheet and it'll look very similar to what we have over here on the screen. First thing that I would recommend that you do is once you do this, head up here to the top where you've got a space and you can customize your title. I would make it something more memorable than copy of so that you'd be able to find it out later. Maybe you want to name this the name of the contest that you're going to be evaluating, or maybe the name of the circuit that you're working with, or something like that, but something that's going to make it easy to identify and remember. After that, the next step is to go in here before the contest and to pre-populate a couple of these fields. So I would encourage you to take a look at row number 1 first. We've got 4 fields up here: judge, caption, show, and date. And you can just type in there your information. So I'm going to put in my judge name. I would do the same thing for caption, show, and date. Second thing that you'll want to do is to take a look over here on the right side of the screen, and this is where you'll want to update some information. I would recommend pre-populating this with all of the ensembles that you'll be judging before you get to the show. So today we're going to be taking a look at 3 different schools: Washington High School, Adams High School, and Jefferson High School. So you'll just type out the names of each one of those schools that you're going to be adjudicating, or each one of the ensembles. The other thing I would recommend you do is, right now, as a default, it says subcaption 1 and subcaption 2. We can customize those. So let's say we're just on a generic music sheet and our 2 subcaptions are content, and then our second subcaption is achievement. You can type those in here, and you'll notice when you enter them into these fields, they also populate over here into these 2 columns. So that part's already done for you, no additional work that you need to do. That's it. That's all the setup that you might want to do before the contest begins. So let's fast forward now to, we're in the press box. The first group is taking the field. How do we actually use this tote? This tote is going to work based on the worksheet over here on the side. So as Washington High School takes the field, we're going to go ahead and score them over here. They're going to earn an 88 in content. So all I need to do is to type in their name over here in this field. And then I go move over here to achievement and figure out what their score was in this. In achievement, they're going to score an 85. So let's go ahead and populate that information as well. You'll notice once you type in their name over here on the worksheet part, over here on our tote, it automatically populates their scores, an 88 in content and an 85 in achievement, and totals that up for us. So we know their total score is a 173. Now we can repeat the same process for Adams High School. So Adams High School is an 86 in content today, and in achievement is also an 86. So you'll notice once we populate these, if we take a look back over here at the worksheet, you'll see we've got the 86, the 86. Next to that, you will see the ordinals are in here as well. So we can see Adams is now second in content and first in achievement, and that's the second overall score. The other thing that you'll note is that these are all color-coded to correspond to the boxes that the ensemble has placed in. All right, let's go to our third high school now. We've got Jefferson High School. Jefferson is going to be a 95 in content, but unfortunately an 84 today in achievement. So we're going to type this in. You'll notice Jefferson is color-coded 95 for content, and they're color-coded green for the achievement with the 84. You'll also be able to see that this corresponds to a first and a third. That's it. That's the whole entire process. Just set it up with all the ensemble names ahead of time, and then you can add in where they end up on the worksheet over here. I like this tool a lot because it allows you a quick visual reference. As you're taking a look at those spread guidelines, you can get a visual feel for whether or not we are very comparable, minor differences, definitive differences, significant differences, or whatever your spread guidelines may be for the organization that you're evaluating. The other thing I want to mention is that if you enjoy this and this works really well for you, but you find yourself evaluating multiple classes on this day, you don't need to make a new spreadsheet for every class. What you could do instead is go down here to this little tab at the bottom, right-click where it says Tote Sheet for now. You can rename this to whatever you'd like. So you can call this, PSA or Class 1, 2, 3A, whatever you might want to do. but you also have this option to duplicate. So this is something you might want to do before you start pre-populating all the data. Otherwise, you'll have to go back and delete all of these ensemble names. But you can now make copies of that original spreadsheet. And so you can make copies for each class you're going to evaluate, or maybe you want to make copies for every show or contest that you're going to be evaluating. Maybe you just have one spreadsheet for the whole entire season. You can do that just by making duplicates of each one of these sheets. All right, thank you very much for checking out the video. I hope you find this tutorial useful and these spreadsheets useful. If you have any questions for me or any feedback, you can find me online. My Twitter handle is @CalebRothy, and if you'd like to send me an email, you can do so, calebRothy@gmail.com. Thank you very much.